Okay, so now we're in third pack, and this fabulous Ox we've got
He
right
is
here.
just gorgeous. Look at the colours. He's beautiful, and he's also really good.
He's also really good. Can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures, and you can bestow it for 7, which is a lot, but if you bestow it onto something, you're just hitting through for so much damage. It's ridiculous.
They can't do
Breaching
much
Hippocamp
about it.
maybe playable, but I'm not too keen on it anymore. 4 mana 3/2
Just
flash is
take
okay.
the emissary before
Let's
it
take
turns
the
out.
emissary, yeah.
Yep. Steam Augury.
Okay, so this is
I don't
interesting.
know what I think of it.
So you get the top 5 cards of your library and put them in 2 piles. An opponent chooses 1 to go into your hand and the other in your graveyard. I'm not sure. I mean, there's another Crackling Triton in this pack.
See, I don't want to play Steam Augury, hit Perforos, and they're just going to put Perforos in your graveyard.
Well, no, but if that happens, you would put like Perforos in one pile and the other 4 cards in the other pile. And then they have to give you those 4 cards if they don't want.
Or you get 4 in your graveyard.
Or that, and you get a Perforos. So
Yeah.
I think this is powerful enough that we can play it in a deck like this.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is actually a very powerful draw spell, basically.
Okay, if you say so.
I think it's better than a Crackling Triton.
It's going to make some interesting discussions during the games.
Well, I think it's better than a Crackling Triton. Okay.
So what else is in the pack quickly?
For us, not a lot.
That
There's a
was
Spark
Jolt, which just doesn't do much.
There are some other okay cards like Divine Verdict. Moses Marauder is quite good if you're in a fairly heavy black deck.
Let's take the Steam Augury.
There we go.
Feels weird doing that. Ooh, I see an Ordeal of Perforos
or
and a Minotaur Skull Cleaver. I want to take the Ordeal because we have 17 creatures already.
Okay,
but two of them are foxes.
Okay, so we have 15 creatures. That's probably a decent number, and this guy's good, but I think I'd rather
after the turn you play him, he's just okay.
I'd rather pick up 2 drops and 3 drops, and I think I'd like to get this Ordeal down.
Let's take the Ordeal.
Also, in some ways, having more Ordeals in your deck is a good thing, because once one creature has used up an Ordeal and got 3 counters on it, then you can play another Ordeal on and get the effect straight away.
Yeah, or you could pump the power of a different creature.
So there's a two-headed
Cerberus.
What about this Sea God of Revenge? 6 mana, return to 3 creatures your opponent's control to his hand, scry 1. I think this is a huge play. Like, when you do this, I think this is powerful.
But if we're in an aggressive deck, aren't they going to be dead by turn 6, hopefully?
I'm not sure if our deck is quite quick enough to do that.
I really want to take the Cerberus, but
I honestly think this card, like, this is almost removal. Almost.
It is almost removal. It
gets them gone
sets
for
them
a long
back
time.
a lot of turns.
Yeah.
I see your thing, but I do like this. Should we take the Sea God's Revenge?
I think we
already have one Cerberus.
We already have one Cerberus, and it is double red, which can be hard to cast.
It might come back around.
3.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Here's another one.
So,
apart from that, we have an Omen Speaker, but like I said earlier, I don't think it fits in a deck like ours. I think it's not quite powerful enough.
Deathbellow Raider
is okay. It's a 2 mana 2/3, but sometimes it just runs in and dies. And if we want to hit Devotion to Red, I think this is probably the card. World Celebrants, I would play it at some point. I mean, I think it would be okay in our deck as a 5-drop, but I think I'd rather have a puff.
We don't have
Cerberus.
any at the moment. Yeah, I'd rather have the Cerberus.
Yeah, I'm going to take a Cerberus here.
We have a Griptide.
Griptide. This is effectively removal.
It's very good.
And in this set, it's great being able to do this in response to an aura being cast on their creature or something. Is just a very, very powerful.
A lot of the powerful creatures will be one guy with loads of auras on him.
I feel like we have enough guys, so now I want to kind of take our pick of spells and tricks to get our guys through.
Griptide is very good.
Yeah.
I like Griptide.
Let's take Griptide.
There's another sandals.
There's a second pair of sandals, but I don't know how often we want 2 pairs of sandals in our deck. There's this Priest of Iros. We can technically make white with Unknown Shores, but I don't know how much I want to play a 1-mana 1/1. That's kind of mediocre.
Meh.
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, we're not playing black or green or white. And Boulder Fall is just way too much mana. So I honestly don't know which one's best yet. I'm tempted to say this is best.
I'm tempted by the sandals.
Well, sometimes maybe our deck just wants a 1-drop, because we have a lot of 2-mana auras to put on. Putting an Ordeal on this guy is not so bad, so...
Take the 1-drop?
I'll take it for now. I think I don't think we'll play 2... Oh, man.
Oh, man, the Rage of Perforos.
There's also a Horizon Scholar. 2 very good cards here, but...
Rage of Perforos is removal.
Yeah, our deck doesn't have that many removal spells
yet,
don't really...
So... How much is a 4/4 flyer going to do? Yes... he scries 2 when you come in, but we can make 4/4 flyers.
Currently our only 6-man spells is Sea God's Revenge, and that effectively can win you a game when you cast it. This guy doesn't win you the game straight away. He's powerful, but he's not. You don't cast him and then kill your opponent that turn. You cast him and then eventually bash 4 damage in the air.
I think we take the Rage of Perforos.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
I do like that card. Breaching Hippocampus.
So now we can get
most important thing about this card is a horsefish.
Yeah, like...
What is that?
We can take a horsefish.
He's also very good. He's got flash.
Yeah, he's got flash, and he untaps a creature, so sometimes you can untap something else and make 2 really good blocks in a single turn. There's a Flamecast Wheel.
Ooh.
This is bad removal. You can play this. Like, in a deck that has no other removal spells, I would play a Flamecast Wheel. But I think this deck already has removal spells, so we'll take this Horsefish and see if we end up playing it. Crackling Triton came back round, which is good. I think it's an interesting thing about these off-color activation cards in Theros. Often, if you're the only player in those 2 colours, these cards won't get valued that highly by the other players because they're not that great by themselves.
If you're not in both those colours, you have to think, would I play this if it didn't have any ability at all?
Yeah. But obviously for us, this
is great.
3 mana sack, you can kill something.
So it's Lost in the Labyrinth.
I think this is a playable combat trick, whereas this is unplayable removal. 8
mana is just too much.
These cards are good, but
not in our colours. Yeah. Lost in the Labyrinth.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I want to take the Wild Celebrants now.
Yeah, like we said earlier, I just don't think this Chimera does anything. Our deck is not that heavy on instants and sorceries overall, so
yeah,
let's take this Wild Celebrants. And
another Wild Celebrants. I don't think we're playing both.
I don't think
Demolish.
So. And Demolish.
I don't want to play Demolish.
And the Plains. We're never playing our Demolishers because if they have an artifact we want to kill, I'd rather play this creature that destroys the artifact rather than just this 4-mana spell that destroys it by itself.
Yes. Okay, cool. If they're in 4 colours, do you play Demolish to cut them off 1 colour of land?
I don't think so.